Herbivore. Picture looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, it's got a bit of weirdness between us. How are we doing, guys? Welcome to our first stream in our new house. How are we all doing?
Oh.
Emmanuel's in the house. How is the new place?
It is amazing. So we've been here like, what, 3 days? We're still settling in, like still doing a little bit of unpacking, you know, that kind of thing, getting the odd bits that we need.
Little bits.
But yeah, it's amazing. We set up the studio first, didn't we? Because it's necessary for work, and then we set up sort of the kitchen, unpacked there. So we've just got like sort of the rest of the rooms with some boxes everywhere. But we love it. It's like 1 minute's walk to the city centre, to all the shops we like.
The other way is 1 minute's walk to the gym.
Yeah, so close to some great places. So when we do our walk now, each day, we can just like, you know, pop around the city, see all the Christmas lights. We can go and get any little bits we need. Like, it's so handy. And this place is bigger than our last place. We've got a dining table now, which we didn't have before, so we can have people over easier. Just, we love it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Come a little bit this way, Gemma. Just a little bit.
Like
Callum's in the house. He's a very busy boy. He's always posting in our Facebook group. He's well good.
You're the king of meal prepping. Well
He's the king of meal prep.
Well
Hi
done.
all. Hope you've had a brilliant week. Met a lovely vegan couple in Tesco this evening. We are slowly taking over.
Oh, nice.
You know it.
That's awesome. It's nice when you meet other vegans, isn't it? In the real life and all that.
Windwager, good to see you. Vegan Metalhead, a vegan ordered food at work yesterday.
Nice.
Well, that's good then. Aslan and the Hizzy were doing good. General Dorino, hello to you. And General Mooncat, subscribe to him. He's great. How are you doing, Mooncat? Thanks for joining. And lovely General Jolicoeur is here.
I loved your video where you showed how
yeah.
you created that image for me for my birthday, which I love. And yeah,
That was great.
I've kind of kept a tab of that open on my laptop to remind me that I want to share that. We've been so busy with moving. I've got like a million different tabs open on my computer, things I want to do. I would like to share that for you. Yeah, that was a really cool video. Really nice to see you talking about it and how it was made.
That was really lovely.
Thank you.
Can't stick around very long. Just want to say, stop in and for a bit and say hi.
Aww.
Well, it's good to see you, if albeit briefly, my friend. How do I pronounce that? Leia? Princess Leia? Leia? Hi everyone, I have a question. Paul sent some videos with you to Brazil not today. Could you go over what nutrients is provided to promote selenium? Really, like, so to get the minimum RDA, it is selenium. To get the minimum RDA, it's about a Brazil nut plus whatever food you're eating will generally do it for most people. You can go up to like 4 a day potentially, but you want to be a bit careful. Yeah.
I feel like I look a lot clearer than you. Look, you seem a little...
Well, I'm kind of leaning forward, aren't I? Maybe I'll stop leaning forwards.
Do I need to put this closer to me?
Dunno. Can anyone hear Gemma?
Do we sound the same, or do I sound quieter? I'm usually quieter.
this I'm sort of outside the cone now.
Ah.
It might still be fine. But I don't know. How does our sound, please, guys? Am I... No, you say something. I can see I'm just in the yellow there.
How do I sound? Am I saying... yeah,
terrible.
I'm quieter.
Speak up, woman!
Oh, God. Sorry. Sorry if that blasted your eardrums then.
Callum, sorry if this is a stupid question. Does blending ingredients in a smoothie impact the calories at all? It's not a daft question. I mean, it doesn't impact the amount of calories, inherent in the food. However, it possibly releases a few more. For instance, like a nut butter generally is about 20% more calorific than the whole nuts from which it's derived. So, that's not a daft question. I've not seen any science on how you calculate the difference. But yeah, it's slightly easier to get your calories from a smoothie, which is why I tend to have one at breakfast, being a bodybuilder.
Yeah, but also you can liberate more nutrients. Say you've got some spinach in there, you couldn't chew it up as fine as the blender will chew it up, so you might get more nutrition if you blend things. That's another thing. Did you answer the Brazil nut question?
Yeah.
Okay. I must have not been listening, sorry.
Oh God. Supermom07 says, any ideas on how to deal with family within the household that are not plant-based and who are strongly opposed to it? How dare you be kind to animals? This makes me feel bad about myself. You're a bad person for not being cruel to animals at every sitting. How dare you? I get new family. No, no. Ignore me, I'm being facetious.
So I think what you're really saying there is about getting some kind of understanding of things, and how the fact that you being vegan is making them feel something, within themselves. So it's not about you, it's about how, maybe how they feel, and then that they're not even aware of potentially, sometimes. And maybe you could work on some communication with them if that's possible. Maybe they, from their perspective, they don't understand how they're making you genuinely feel. I suppose if something's not important to someone or a group of people, they wouldn't get why, joking about it or mocking and things like that would be offensive. I guess that's just me trying to get into the perspective of them and why they might be not understanding that they're hurting you. Or sometimes people do hurt you because they're just silly people, and that's just the way that they behave and communicate and all that kind of thing.
I suppose it also depends on how we are communicating about it, so we can kind of put people on the defensive if we're not careful in the way we put things. And my other thought is, what do they cite for why they're strongly opposed? I mean, you've said plant-based and not vegan, so are they unaware of nutrition? Is their nutrition, the ideas of nutrition is from the 70s and completely wrong? They don't realise, obviously, that a whole foods plant-based diet is probably optimal for humans, and any amount of animal products just raises your risk for most of the chronic diseases that typically Westerners will suffer and die from at some point. So, what is it about it that's the problem?
I feel that as though you need to figure out the difference between are they opposed to it because they don't get it and because they genuinely care about you, they don't want you to get sick, they think you're doing this crazy diet from their perspective, and they have concerns, which you can help. You can talk to them about that, you can show them all the stuff that made you go vegan and help them to understand that it is a healthy choice, etc. Or are they just, so you're saying how to deal with family, so it's making me think that there's some issues in the relationship. I've
just seen a comment come in again. They are setting their foods and want to keep their junk foods. Oh, so you're saying that you want them to become whole foods plant-based?
Yeah, and they won't. So, okay, so it's not so much, it sounds like you're saying it's not so much that they're being unkind to you as such, as that you can't convert them to a whole foods plant-based diet. Let us know if that's right. And if that's the case, don't see it, I'd say, don't see it as like your job right now to immediately turn them vegan or plant-based. Like, that will cause you and them so much stress. See it as like you're going to be a living, great example, and you'll plant seeds over time, you know? We don't usually go vegan straight away. It takes some different bits of information and thinking about it and, you know, letting that sink in. And so see it as like some seed planting, just live a healthy life, you know, and thrive yourself, you know, work through anything you need to work through within your health, you know, maybe try and get to a real great like ideal body shape and have like nice skin and stuff just by eating whole foods and living a clean, like nice healthy life. And when people see someone else has really changed and done really well, often, not always, some people like to stay where they are, but some people look at that and think, actually I wouldn't mind a piece of that. And yeah, don't see it like I've got to turn them vegan right now. And sometimes they can't hear it from you. I know that's really frustrating. Everyone says it, but it is true. It's been our experience, hasn't it? Like all the people we've spoken to and in our personal lives.
So the person's just added again, we can't afford to cook 2 different kinds of meals. So
oh, I see. Okay.
So basically you're saying you need them to go whole foods plant-based or you can't. But from my perspective, junk foods are a lot more expensive than like sacks of lentils, sacks of brown rice, like frozen peas, frozen spinach, bananas, raisins, dates. These are the cheapest foods on the planet. So if you can afford to eat all junk foods, like some of you can afford to go whole foods plant-based, because if you want, it will be cheaper than what you're already eating.
So how old are you, may I ask? I'm taking it that you're young.
How dare you?
And that your family cooks the meals. So if you're at an age where you can cook for yourself, could you ask them, you know, could you make it really simple? Like, oh, could you get me in some frozen vegetables and some rice and some lentils or something like that, some cans of beans, you know, and then you put yourself something together. So it's not a case of like they have to go out of their way to cook 2 different things. And it's not, they'll see that it's not really expensive. You know, you'll say, oh, can you just spend £5 and get me some, you know, lentils, and etc. And
like meals don't have to be too different. A meal could be like rice, veggies, and some people are eating the murdered, tortured carcasses of once living, breathing, happy, loving animals, and you're just eating beans instead of that muck.
Yeah.
So it's not even hard, really. You just eat one more pot.
Yeah, definitely. You could just not eat one element of the meal and swap that for something that's really cheap, you know. 36, I am the primary cook. My husband and kids want their food. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, so I guess Whole Foods, you know, like Paul was saying, like are really cheap. So yeah, why don't you once a week batch cook yourself something really simple and cheap? So there's plenty of recipes on the channel or in Speedy Vegan Cookbook, or you could just Google like cheap whole food plant-based meals. So maybe like one pot type things, you know, so like vegetables and lentils and like quinoa or rice or something in there. Make a big pot and then portion it out into some tubs, put it in the fridge and freezer. And then that way, every day when you make them something, you've got something yourself, you know, that you can have. But I imagine that you care about the rest of your family and you want them to be on the same journey as you. And I understand it's really frustrating when people don't want to be, because you worry about them.
75% of Westerners die because of what they do and don't put in their mouth. So like that's
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you make one pot once a week for something for yourself, maybe it takes you 40 minutes, but you've done it for the whole week and then it's like easier. And maybe what you could do with them is slowly transition them over time without them realising it. I don't mean that to sound like
an extra pea on the plate.
But like maybe if there's vegetables they do like, so maybe they don't like broccoli, but maybe they like sweet corn. You see what I mean? Like just give them a bit more, you know, each time of some of the healthier things, so you know they're at least getting something in them that they, you know, like. And maybe you buy in some dates. Dates are really cheap, you know. Don't get the cheapest ones because they taste horrible, but the slightly better ones, you know. Big bag of those.
Medium
and
good.
You could
a Degnet Noir if you like.
Yeah, you could put some peanut butter in those and snack on those, and I bet you they'll be like, oh, that's quite good, you know, good. And maybe you could get them into some snacks like that, you know. Even if you coated those then in chocolate, which isn't whole foods and isn't great, that's got to be like, maybe you've got like a dark chocolate or something with just like 3 ingredients, you know, kind of thing. That's got to be healthier than like, you know, crisps and loads of chocolate and sweets that has loads of E numbers and it's made of gelatin and all that stuff. So maybe like you get them onto some stuff that you don't think is even ideal yet, but is better than what they were having. I hope that is kind of helpful.
General Angharad is here.
Hey.
How you doing, lovely? Was she a general last time or was she still sergeant?
I find it hard to keep up.
I think she's been promoted. Have you just been promoted, Angharad?
Ah.
Anyway, General Angharad's here with the crew. Good to see you. Chris Mangan in the hizzy. Have we said hello to Pomo already?
I think we have.
Hello again. Say, yeah. Nate's here as well. Good to see you. Andre, happy new house. Woo! Thanks, bro. So mindful. Is the new place haunted? I don't know.
How would we know?
Have you had the willies put up you since you've been here?
Just once.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Gerardo. Hey, love you both. I love your cashew-based cheese sauce, but I substitute cashews for tofu for less calories, fat, more protein. Just good. Nice. What are your favourite forms of cardio? Sex. Sexy sex, Jen. I used to love martial arts. I don't do that anymore. I like sprints, like high-intensity training. I've been doing hill sprints on my bicycle. Yeah. Yeah,
cycling. I like cycling and walking. Yeah.
Cycling's good because it's not so hard on the joints. I'll tell you some really good cardio is be the air bikes where you're using your arms and legs, like sprints with those. That's very good.
We decided to not really do much cycling out on the road anymore because where we've moved to, there's no point. So we don't need to. We can get everywhere easily. And just with the winter and the snow and the rain, it's a bit more dangerous. So we're going to do some more cycling at the gym, aren't we? Yeah.
Cassie Harris, your house looks really spacious from here.
Yeah.
Very good. Francisco in the hizzy, wonderful to see you too. Thanks for joining. Callum, thanks for kind comments, stuff, doing the meal prep. Thanks for all the support. And thank you for your support, my friend. We really appreciate you. Holly JJ, I managed to get the course at the discounted. Oh, nice. Discounted rate during the bank holiday week. Black Friday.
Yeah.
I've got the day off, so I'm going to make a start on it tonight. I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome. Yeah, make sure you get over in the Facebook community. So we've got 2. One is for people who've purchased the course, and it's a bit quieter, a bit more exclusive, so it's easier for us to connect with people who've got like questions. And so if you've got any goals, let us know in the group, and we can like cheer you on. I'd love to see people like each week telling us like, oh, my aim is to, you know, put on 10 pounds of muscle or lose 10 pounds of fat, whatever or stick to whole foods for 30 days, whatever like the goal is, and each week kind of tell us how they're doing so we can like cheer them on and stuff. So that's kind of part of what we wanted the group to be, and just for questions and stuff. So make sure anyone who's got the course get over into the group and chat with us.
Jeff Wick. But I eat mostly plant-based. I'm not against vegans. I love people. What? And you haven't said anything yet. You're not against people who seek not to be cruel to animals. Well, that's big of you. Do one. Emmanuel. That's not for me.
Same.
How people weird. I don't hate non-vegans, but what they do is freaking disgusting. General Edgecombe, good to see you. Evening, fellas. Fellas. I think you mean from the videos where I say that introduce you to the fellas. How's the new pad? Settled in a bit more now. Oh, is Cowboy settled in?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
she
brilliantly, is
just
she?
stayed under the bed for the first couple of days. Didn't really come out. We had to put the litter tray right next to it and the food under the bed for her. And then on the second day, we had to take her to the vets, unfortunately. So we had to entice her out with some food. Put her in her new backpack, which is amazing, by the way. Cat backpacks, the new rage. We took her there and back, and she hid under the bed again. Felt really bad for her. But yeah, the last day she's been coming out more. She's been coming downstairs, but any sudden noise and she shoots, she can shoot back upstairs again. But she's certainly exploring a lot more, isn't she now? Which is really nice. It's taken her a few days though. Yeah, bless her. She's just quite a nervous cat, really. Oh, it's been announced, has it?
Oh yeah, by the way, if you haven't seen the news, we're speaking at the vegan camp out next year.
Yeah, it's just been announced.
On the main stage. It's only 10,000 people, so I'm sure we'll be fine.
That's one of the secrets that we've not been able to tell you.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is one of
You now know one of the secrets.
And I'm doing it as well. We're both doing it.
We're both doing it.
Both telling our story. We're both talking about whole food, plant-based living. Who's coming to the camp out? I'm so excited. So excited. Hopefully it might be the Saturday we might talk. They're extending it to 4 days this year. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Is that right? Yeah, it's in July. June or July. Yeah. So excited.
Anyway, Pomo, happy to see that you're on the lineup for the vegan camp out. Hopefully you can organise another meet-up. Last time you changed the time when I missed it. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was peeing down with rain, wasn't it? So yeah, we moved it to the afternoon, did we? Plus, we wouldn't have made it anyway because the bloody infrastructure for travelling was no good, was it?
We got this Airbnb that we thought, it's like a 20-minute drive away or something like that. So, that's quite close, great. But what we didn't appreciate was it was 20 minutes, mostly down a motorway, so you could go really fast. So you couldn't walk it. It would take several hours or whatever to walk it.
And you just couldn't get.
We couldn't get a cab. I tried 15 companies.
Yeah, 15 companies.
And I finally got one, and he had to come from really far away, so it was really expensive.
Anyway, so that's our excuse.
From to the camp out,
So that's our excuse. But yeah, we will do a meet up. But do follow our Facebook page, and if we have to change the time, we'll do an announcement on there. Hench Herbivore Community on Facebook. I don't eat dead bodies. That's good. Hi all. Today is a very special day for me. It marks my 1 year vegan anniversary. Nice. It's been a great year. Went by fast. Can't imagine living in a way. Glad to see everyone. Let's have a round of applause for I don't eat dead bodies. Very good. Francisco, I find that being whole food plant-based is significantly inexpensive in comparison to junk food. Amen. Hi Nelly, good to see you. How are you doing? Emmanuel, Hench, have you thought about maybe meeting up with Jerry Cobstrong now that you're in the same area? I don't believe we're in the same area.
Missed that window of opportunity.
But we have met up a couple of times.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he did say about doing a collab, so maybe I'll hit him up again.
Who else would you like to see Paul do a collab with? I would like to see you collab with Dr. Gregor. You should contact him.
I should.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adam. Thank you very much. Animals. What's all this about? I don't know how I can be of help with that, to be honest. I'm just doing my sort of channel, really. Wider network. Sounds like more animal rights activism, so that's not really me. So I would email Serge or someone like that with that idea. Callum, is anyone going to vegan camp out? I want to bring my daughter Leia, who's 5. Is it suitable for her? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's a family area, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you can camp in the family area. They have activities, talks, music, all different things in that area for younger people. But the kids don't have to stay in that area. You can, go wherever you like. One year they had a big bouncy castle. They have some food there. And actually, in the rest of the whole event, like the toilets are packed, you know, there can be queues for the food, but in the family area you can get food and go to the toilet and things way easier. We went there and hung out with Mooncat, didn't we, in his family, and it was so much better in there actually, so yeah, it's good.
That's good because Mooncat was in there.
Yeah.
Laya, how am I pronouncing your name, hun? Tell me if I got that wrong. I think I'm looking in the wrong bloody camera because that
Oh yeah.
I just got that there as a backup. Thanks to a whole food plant-based way of eating, I'm recovering from binge eating disorder. Which is a very common eating disorder, and I would like to thank you both for the part that your channel has played in this. Well done you. I'm glad you're doing better. That's good news.
I hear a lot of people, unfortunately, if they have an eating disorder, they get told, oh, just if you're trying to be like vegan, you're being, as part of your eating disorder, and you're being restrictive, etc. And people can often get, but you know, people are trying to persuade them to not be vegan, so that, you know, so to hear that whole foods plant-based eating is helpful to you and you're having a great, you know, good time of things in that regard, yeah, pleased to hear that. And it frustrates me when people think that being vegan is some kind of restrictive thing. Yeah.
Biggie Bigs, respect from Canada, keep representing the strong side of veganism. Well, thank you, my friend. Thanks for joining, and thanks for your kind words. The God. Wow, the God. Hey guys, hope you're well. We're good, thanks. Hope you are too. Thoughts on the news about the asteroid? Don't worry about it. I've not even heard of it, so it can't get me.
We don't watch the news or anything. Yeah, that's your answer to everything, really. Don't worry about it.
Yes,
Sometimes I say things to him and he goes, don't worry about it.
That's the best way.
Thank you for that invalidation.
Inquisition Coalition. Hey again, Hench, do you have any thoughts on organic produce farming using considerably more animals, byproducts than conventional farming? Not necessarily is my... it's not always the case, but my thoughts on that is... Don't worry about it.
See what I mean?
I think there's such bigger things to like concern ourselves on, and once the world's vegan, you know, then we won't be using animal byproducts anyway. So I say, you know, work on the supply and demand part of like the, you know, meat and dairy and stuff. I think our efforts are much better focused there, and I think a lot of people who worry about these kind of things. You know, you're just making veganism like more difficult to attain for people. Like, oh no, you can't have organic, like healthier produce. Like, it's not a good message to send out. Like, it's hard enough already for people in their minds. And I think a lot of people like to just talk about this sort of not so relevant stuff just because they like to argue and be right and be more vegan than you. And like, I'm more concerned on being effective than being right, if you know what I mean. Not that I'm wrong.
Cowboy.
I'm always right.
He wants to see Cowboy. He's come up here.
Oh, Cowboy.
We need a family photo like this, don't we?
Let him say no.
Yeah, let him say no.
The God, Hench, I think you should do more street outreach. You definitely have what it takes to encourage more people in the UK to go vegan. Well, thanks for your kind words. I prefer to do it by video because I can reach more people at once, and also it's too cold to be in the streets at the moment.
You might hook up with Ellie Vegan Gaze at some point.
Yeah, we are going to do some stuff though.
Yeah.
Thanks for your kind words. Richard, hi both, love what you're doing. Find your videos funny, especially when you're putting apart the I used to be vegan videos. Been vegan 2 years now in the army. Nice, and it's been great for me. How is it in the army? Are you what country are you in? And yeah, I guess they're supporting you with your veganism. Is that... Yeah, how's that going? Laya. Is that how I pronounced it last time? You were pronouncing it right? Yeah, Laya. Mooncat, I say team up with Bruce Willis and do the asteroid and blow it up from within.
And make a film about it, right?
Richard, I'm going to do UWCB. Unclothed Weather Cultivating Brigade. What does it mean?
I don't know.
Underneath where I can't say that the 3 word begin. I guess I better search it. Oh, hang on. Oh no, you're the army guy, aren't you? So, right. I'm going to make sure the partner help me get through that. Any advice though, other than don't get it? Also applying for ranger selection. Well, that's very cool. I imagine that's very hard training. Is that kind of some fight championships or something? Oh, white collar. Yeah, don't get hit. Get really fit. I think HIIT training is very good for boxing because, you know, you need to turn it on and then, you know, there's sort of, you know, waxing and waning of like the speed of the fight. So, yeah, I say like HIIT training. Make it relevant, like, you know, like rounds on the bag, rounds on the pads.
Any specific diet thoughts?
Lots of carbs to fuel you up. Moderate protein. You don't need a whole load. If you're boxing, you're maintaining like a weight category. Lower fat. Higher carb, like fuel you up really good. British Army don't have vegan rations yet, but that doesn't affect me. We can wear vegan boots. Wow! Vegan boots in the Army. That is amazing. So what happens in terms of you've not got rations, but when you're on manoeuvre, like, do you get catered for? How does it work? I'm interested. Wind Waker, hello, Paul and Gemma, you two cutie pies. That's kind. You cutie. So mindful, I'm excited for you to both find new walking paths and new restaurants in your new place. Thank you. Oh, I guess we've got access straight to Marriott's Way at the end of the road, haven't we? Come to think of it. Not that we want to go down there in the winter.
Can't picture it.
Yeah, we just go past the gym, keep going, over the lights, turn left. That's the start of Marriott's Way. So we've got the whole...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've still got that.
Yeah. Nice.
You often see some cows and horses and things down there, don't you?
Yeah.
That's very good.
Nice.
Richard, they don't issue vegan boots yet, but I can wear my own as long as they look okay. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's a really good to hear. So what happens in terms of when other people are eating rations, what do you get to eat? Or do you have to forage for berries and that if you're on manoeuvres? How does that work?
And I want to ask you all, like, how are you going to eat over Christmas? Because I know, like, a lot of people, they think, oh, it's Christmas. I used to think this way. Oh, I won't worry about anything. I'll have a blowout, you know. And then people tend to put on a lot of weight and eat a lot of junk and stuff at Christmas. I want to know, like, how many of you are planning to eat pretty good or really good over Christmas? And how many of you are worried about staying on track over Christmas or who aren't going to eat good? Does anybody need to talk about or have any ideas of, like, how they can eat well at Christmas time? What kind of things they can eat that are tasty and feel like they're having a treat, but maybe they're...
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat.
What are we having at Christmas? We're having a cheesecake when Mooncat comes.
Oh, yeah. We need 2 cheesecakes.
We don't need 2
We
cheesecakes.
do if we're all eating it.
I'm not eating it.
Yeah, but I'll need
3
one.
people for 1 cheesecake. That's enough.
No.
Come on. I'm not making 2
Oh, that's
cheese.
so nice.
Have we done a recipe video for that yet?
I don't know.
It's from our desserts book, but I don't think we've done a recipe video.
I think we might have done, but I'll search.
Oh, okay. We've done quite a few recipes from the desserts book now on the channel. So
why is my keyboard off?
It's not coming out, is it?
Right, that was weird. Mooncat, a minute ago, my computer said that something about a USB device I had plugged in was not recognised last time or something. Let me just unplug it and plug it in again.
Mooncat, I'm not making 3 cheesecakes. You think I'm made of time, you do? You think I've got all the time in the world to just stand in the kitchen and make cheesecakes? You're having a laugh. You think I'm doing that? You're being naive. yeah, what I was going to say is, if anybody's thinking they want some healthy desserts over Christmas that are really tasty but feel like they're having a treat, have a look on the channel because we've made a few recipes from our Virtuous Vegan Desserts cookbook. And honestly, make the Raw Millionaire's shortbread, and you eat that and tell me that you miss...
It's not working.
Oh, chocolates and sweets and stuff, you know.
Mincat, my keyboard's not working. How does it work? Why doesn't it work, I mean?
Now I've got to make 4 cheesecakes.
Yeah, 4 cheesecakes.
I am not making 4 cheesecakes.
Please.
It is enough to make 1. It's not hugely labour intensive, but it's enough. You know, like.
How am I meant to do anything if my keyboard don't work? Oh, it's working now. Weird.
Okay.
I've got a feeling we did a video. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we did it.
6
Great.
months ago.
Okay. I think
Best cake ever.
that might be my favourite recipe from the desserts book.
That's mine, yeah.
And maybe second is the Raw Millionaire shortbread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on, you've got that just right.
Yeah.
Right, where was I? Richard, I just asked the chefs and they usually sort me out if I'm away. I carry my own rations where needed. Nice. Liat. I am planning on cooking vegan Christmas rice and special foods on the special days, but keeping a tight calorie diet on the rest of the days. Yeah.
Nice.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, people think I'll have one cheat day and then that turns into a cheat week and a cheat month, and you can just really get off track, can't you, with, well, not just like with weight, you know, but with health, you know.
Wind waker. No, I'm afraid I don't know what that is. It sounds interesting though. So mindful, this Christmas is going to be another 100% whole foods plant-based. I might be naughty myself and make some cheesecake.
Oh, make the cheesecake from the channel, the cherry cheesecake.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really good.
It's whole food ingredients plus a bit
soya yogurt. It's the
soya
only thing
yogurt.
that's
Wow.
that's not a whole food. But, you know, that's great. You can get one that's sugar-free, you know, it's healthy. It's sweetened with, like, dates, and it's got, like, nuts in there. Various different nuts. Vanilla... and like frozen cherries, you make that into like a, what is that called? The bit that goes on?
coulis.
Yeah, something like that. You make that, it's really easy to make, you know, and it goes on top and it's set in the fridge. It's a baked cheesecake. It's not raw, it's baked, and it's honestly beautiful. Definitely, I would encourage anyone to make that for Christmas, and you won't feel like you're missing out, honestly.
Hey Stacey, good to see you, General Langley. That's good to hear, Richard. That is really good to hear. We're all sorted now, Mincat. I had a calamity of problems, but I finally put it right. It took a little while. I just made a vegan mousse with just aquafaba, dark vegan chocolate, and it was delicious. Sounds good. So mindful. I recently learned that John McDougall is not vegan. I wouldn't be so sure. He was talking about how he'll occasionally have a turkey or bite of Christmas ham when the moment is right. It really surprised me. I remember him saying about, like, never say never, and no, the turkey might not get a pardon or something on Christmas. But I think that is his clever way of trying not to appear... Basically, he's get inside the shop, women. He's trying to speak to health, and he's trying to get people on board from the health aspect. And even like Dr. Gregor, who is very vegan, he is part of the Humane Society. He says you'd be hard pressed to say that a whole foods plant-based diet with a little bit of animal product is less healthy than your average vegan's diet. And it's true, you know, a lot of vegans eat just a load of old junk and a little bit of meat, but otherwise whole foods plant-based diet likely would be far healthier. But that's not that Gregor's not vegan. He is just, I think what they're both doing there, and I could be wrong, but I think that they're both trying to show, they're trying to paint themselves as objective, as human health based, and as not You know, in that moment, in that content, they're trying to speak to your average person, vegans and non-vegans alike, and not put the non-vegans off, and to get them on board. And I dare say that they both want everyone to go vegan, but they're doing it from a health perspective. I can't imagine John McDougall eating any amount of animal products because he knows like the health consequences. You lose the taste, and I'm sure by now, like I'm sure he's got the vegan thing. I think that likely, and again, I could be wrong. That's just what I take. The way he was speaking about it was quite tongue-in-cheek, I thought. Yeah. And he certainly doesn't tell you need to be. He says like it's best avoided for optimal health.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense if you were to say to someone, you know, oh, it's the least animal products you can eat, the better for you. Like, you know, if you ate a little bit on occasion, it's not going to kill you, but the less you eat it, the better you're going to feel, and you know, the better your health conditions will be, blah, blah, blah. Like, so that's going to be a much easier for someone to hear and to accept, isn't it? And like you were saying, like once you go whole food plant-based, then you do really lose a taste for it. And the cleaner your vessel gets, then you put something dirty in, let's say, you know, this analogy.
You are so dirty.
You really feel it. It's like you can feel like you've got a brick in your stomach, you know, sometimes, or you just feel tired and heavy after a meal, whatever. Like you can really notice that when you don't have meals that make you feel like that all the time. So you do really lose a taste for things.
And as well, while you're not contributing to the animal holocaust.
Yep.
You know, if you see like what they go through, or you know, and you get the ethical message.
Yep.
You know, you're more likely, like I did. You know, I went whole foods plant-based for my health, but I then became vegan because I saw what I was contributing previously to. So
I think from our perspective as vegans, sometimes we can approach people from our perspective of like, oh no, you should never eat animals, and this is what they go through, and it's really bad, for your health. But yeah, maybe for some people, if we took more of an approach of, you know, look, like the less you eat, like the better for, you know, these reasons. Like maybe for some people that would be easier for them to hear and take in, and then I don't know, maybe they will start eating less and less and less, and then they will be vegan. I don't know, it's hard. Some people are really really like their approach is like, just do it, you should just do it, you know, 100% be vegan, and they would never say like, oh, you know, cut back and to just, you know, hardly eat any. Like most people, a lot of vegans just wouldn't think that you should communicate in that way. I don't know how I 100% feel about it, but I think for a lot of people it might create more vegans in the long term.
I was listening to Melanie Joy on this, and she said if you go in and it's all or nothing, most of the time it's going to be nothing. You're not going to get someone to change their whole way of life, the way they've been living up until this point, with a few words like that. But you know, as they cut down, as they have like some vegan days, and they try the food, and they start to feel better. I get it. Right, the animals need us to stop like yesterday, you know, and I totally get it. But, you know, do you want to be right, or do you want to be effective? Is something I kind of think about. I see Wind Waker. No, I was not singing. I was just singing the theme from, I think it's on American cinemas. I've sort of been led to believe anyway. Bex, congrats on the new place. Always lush. Thank you. Have either of you had COVID yet? Any nutrition tips for me while I'm recovering? If you're whole foods plant-based, you should have 73% less chance of moderate to severe symptoms. So that's just eat a healthy vegan, like whole foods vegan diet, basically. Make sure you got some vitamin D, make sure you got some selenium. But really, it's more in terms of not getting it in the first place, really. Like, you need to have the protection in place already. One thing I would say is, number one, never skimp on your sleep. Sleep is probably more important than nutrition in terms of immune function, so I hear. And you could try doing some things to raise your epinephrine. So just basically things like cold therapy, breath work if you're able right now. Different things that raise your epinephrine, your kind of adrenaline for a short time. Elevated adrenaline actually is really good for your immune system, believe it or not.
So you might like to look up Wim Hof, or the Wim Hof method. And what I'd like to add to that is manage your stress. 100% that's like manage your stress. It's really important. So we've got, for our nervous system, it can be in the sympathetic or the parasympathetic nervous system. And when it's in the sympathetic, that's when we're under stress, we're maybe in fight or flight. So not just adrenaline for a short burst, you know, like what Paul was saying. This is like you're in it like all the time, or like, you know, a lot of the time your body thinks that something stressful is occurring or going to occur, you know, that you're worried about. Maybe it's you worry about, you know, you've been sick at work and are you going to get sacked, or you're stressed, you know, in your relationship with a partner, or, you know, things like that. And then your body's in this fight or flight kind of system, and that is not the time for your body to digest, for reproduction, for repairing. It doesn't do those things like well in that mode. So you want to get into the parasympathetic nervous system, where your body can be like, okay, now we're going to go about healing, and we're going to be like, you know, relaxed and what else? Digest our food really well, so we don't have gut issues, you know. So you want to be in the parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic. So meditation is like one of the best things for that. Some Joe Dispenza meditations. And yeah, your body can heal the best under, you know, less stressed conditions. A lot of people, they can be, you know, stressed in fight or flight for years, and it becomes normal to them. They don't even really realise it anymore. And you can't keep running that way forever. You can do it for a while, maybe even a few years, and eventually you'll get some kind of illness. Or if you've got something like COVID, you know, it's harder to recover if your body's in like a stressed state. It's really invite you to really pay attention to how stressed am I, you know, in my mind, in my body. How do I feel, and what can you do every day to just relax? Not just relax as in just like lay there, because you can just like, you can lay down, but in your mind you can be going, I shouldn't really be doing this, I've got stuff to do, I need to wash the dishes, what have I got to do tomorrow, I forgot to get some soy milk at the shop, blah blah. You see, like, so you're not actually resting, you know. So that's another thing to pay attention to. When you rest, are you actually resting?
Richard, I can't imagine myself eating meat again. It really repulses me. One of the fish in my current unit, I'm winning people over to a more plant-based diet, but full is a hard sell for most. Indeed, it is. Wind Waker, breathing in the terpenes of a coniferous forest strengthens part of your immune system. I've got some terpenes right here. Bins, the forest is too far away for me now. Yeah, that's good. Some nature time. Wind Waker is really into his terpenes. They do help against COVID. Have you got any science you can cite on that? Or is this merely hearsay, though? I'm one of them stickler me-seeks.
You don't judge him.
Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just being a stickler me-seek. Well, if it's true, like I would like to talk about it more to people. Blood Hill, evening all. Sorry I'm late. Just got jabbed. Simnet has a video on them, but Crystal makes. Oh, have you tried chickpea chips? Gemma's probably not watched that video, and we haven't. No. So they got some chickpea flour, made like a sort of flat bread almost sort of thing. Cut it into strips, and then oven roasted them to make chips with them. And Derek made a tzatziki, although they kept mispronouncing it. Well, unless I'm mispronouncing it.
Oh yeah, someone in our group posted that they made those. It was the first time I'd seen them.
Is it tzatziki, isn't it?
I don't know what that is.
Tzatziki. It's kind of dill, garlic, kind of a creamy dip. I think it has a bit of cucumber in there as well. I think they made it with soya yogurt. Looks really good anyway. God, how was the vegan penne you had in that one video? It was just tofu, it turned out. It was just tofu. Very good though. Wind Waker, Japanese forest study. Oh, they love the old forest bathing, the Japanese, don't they? What's the Japanese word for forest bathing? I feel like I want to know it.
Yeah, I miss the old Catton Park. Now we don't live there. But at least we've got some other cool places now. So that's good.
Shinrin Yoku.
Oh.
Similar to being calm and quiet amongst the trees, observing nature. I'm up for some Shinrin Yoku, particularly if it protects me from the COVIDs. So mindful, what are your 2 favourite dishes from your new cookbook? My very favourite is a sweet and sour.
You can't get enough of that.
Damn. What else?
Yeah, I've been thinking about the dessert book so much. I'm trying to remember what's in the new book. There's a shepherd's pie, like with baked beans, which is really cool. And there's a homemade baked bean recipe in there as well, which I really like. And what else? There's a feijoada, black bean feijoada with butternut squash. That is really nice.
That's like a Brazilian stew.
Yeah.
Normally with chorizo, could put some of that seitan in there. Some of that, of that love seitan.
That's a good idea. There's some chocolate pecan granola bars in there, which I think are really nice. There's a popcorn recipe in there, which is like, air fried, if you like, just in a pan, and then sprayed with like a vinegar kind of solution, and then some seasonings on it, tossed around so that it, sticks to it. Yeah, I really like that. It's just like such a really simple thing, but yeah, that's one of my favourites. Oh, I like the Bakewell oats.
Oh yeah, that's super nice.
The breakfast. You said like 2 things, did you? But yeah, those are some of the ones that initially spring to mind.
That's really tasty.
Yeah.
Lisa Brand in Hizzy. Good to see you. Lisa, I'm not going to read that out. That is terrible. Good to see you, Leon Kutstra. God, have you guys been to India? You'd think so. We spend most of our time at Namaste Village, and if you look at our new home, there's so much Indian artwork. It's really cool. But no, we've sadly never been there, have we?
No, there's a lot of places
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the bucket list.
I don't want to see a lot of poverty that I'm unable to do anything about. That's my concern. I think that might be very sad.
Echo Island, hey ye. With a top quality diet throughout, 6 months plant-based, now 3 months vegan. Not going to lie, developed dark lines under my eyes for the first time. And shortness of breath here and there, are you trying to say? Maybe change supplements on once in my sleep. Just done an NHS blood test for the basics at 99% normal range. Yeah, all I can tell you really is eat adequate calories, eat a predominantly or preferably a completely whole foods plant-based diet, which I think you just said you were doing. Did you? Plant-based? Do you mean whole foods?
6 months plant-based, now 3 months vegan. I don't quite understand that. Because
No. Well, maybe.
If you said it the other way around,
maybe they were still going to circuses.
You could so you could use the app Chronometer. It's free on a laptop. I think it's like $2.99 or something on a phone, and you can just plug all your foods in that you eat every day, and it will show you all the nutrients that you get from all that food, and you can see if that you're coming up as deficient in anything. But also, yeah, if the NHS are willing to give you any tests for some basic things, then that's great. Obviously, do that. But if you check,
they're saying that they did one.
Oh, I see. Yeah, if you use that app and you see that you're smashing all your nutrients, maybe you might consider, it's probably not a nutrient thing then, and see if there's some other avenues you can look down. Yeah, I hope that you figure that out. Not sure what else to say about that one.
Yeah, as long as you got. I can't imagine a supplement would be the problem. If you want my recommendation for the optimum supplements, Viva Life are very good. There's a link down below with a code for 10% off. They're the ones we use, but I wouldn't have thought that would be the issue, likely.
Yeah, I mean, what supplements are you taking? Let us know.
Himanshi, how long to the vegan world? Hench, also love and hugs from India. Thank you. 50 years, I'm going to say. What say ye?
50 years? Yeah, I could be down with that sort of number. It's exponential growth now, isn't it, Yeah. I might say 75 years, actually.
Bloodhill, what do you guys make of avant-garde vegan? Those dishes look awesome but tend to be full of oils, it says. Of course, like any kind of chef, they're more doing things for taste than for like optimal health. So yeah, sugar, oils, like too much salt. Not for me. Lovely guy though. I met him at the camp out. He was really nice. And each to their own. Wind Waker, I recently had a nice conversation with my brother who ate meat frequently. His girlfriend loved to cook and she also loved to eat meat. She was shaking her head when I was aggressively talking to them about how they should stop eating meat and why. Now they're both vegan. Nice. She had an Instagram channel about vegan food. Nice. Well done. Cassie, I make tzatziki in my food processor with tofu, garlic, lemon juice, apple cider, dill, cucumber, salt and pepper. It is so good. Let's make some of that. I don't know that I've ever had it, I don't know that I've ever had it. Tzatziki. Let's take a photograph of that and then try it one day.
I've got a feeling I might have made that a lot of years ago, a long time ago, because now that I've seen the ingredients in the cucumber part, I'm sort of feeling that is familiar.
I'm making it. Richard's not down for the seitan.
Maybe you had some really flavourless bad seitan? Maybe?
Yeah, you can kind of get good and bad seitan, can't you?
Yeah.
Max, have you guys tried growing your own food at all? Not really.
No.
I'm going to go get some mushroom growing kits, non-psychedelic. Oh, god damn it. Really good video idea. Yeah.
We haven't got a garden anymore, and we haven't really got much room to grow things sort of here. We've got some herbs, and some pots on the windowsill. That's about it, really. Yeah.
Carrie, a friend of mine wanted to hire me to cook 2 days a week plant-based dinner. Nice. Well, that's very cool. Richard, talk about India. Have you watched 14 Peaks on Netflix? No, but I saw that it was on there before I came on stream. So tell us about that. Bloodhill, I didn't consider myself vegan when I first went plant-based because I was in it for health, treated, and then great and me genuinely vegan. Good for you.
I see what you were saying now then.
Lisa, question about CBD. Can it be used to treat ADHD? I don't know. Is the answer. Let's do a quick PubMed search.
I think there's just maybe not enough science yet about all the things it can help with. There is a lot of science to support CBD.
CBD, ADHD. Apparently there's 11 results. Cannabinoids for the treatment of mental disorders and symptoms of mental disorders, a systematic review and meta-analysis. So that mentions ADHD. Background methods, findings. 83 eligible studies. 40 randomized control were included. ADHD. 3 for ADHD. Interpretations, scarce evidence. That's not really telling me too much, really.
Further high quality studies are needed.
Why is it not saying what the outcome of ADHD was? Yeah, don't know is the answer.
PubMed's always a really good place to look. It's your go-to place, isn't it?
Yeah, if there's any science on things, that tends to be in there. Yeah, there doesn't look to be much about it. Therapeutic role of cannabidiol in mental health. It's not the same title.
It looks like it, yeah.
No, it's just a similar study.
It couldn't hurt, is what I'd think.
Yeah.
Has there been any studies or info yet to suggest that CBD oil can be negative for anyone in any particular circumstance or condition? Okay, well, so it can't hurt then. So.
Conclusion. Proof of concept study will explore the potential treatment of it. Yeah, there's studies, but they're in their infancy, and this proof of concept study will explore the potential treatment effectiveness of medicinal cannabis. Oh, so that's not even CBD, that's medicinal cannabis, which will have CBD in participants with ADHD through a mixed methods approach to inform future research in this area. Yeah, I don't think we have the data at present to say for sure. Okay, we should probably go and do some other things.
Yeah.
Peter Canning said, you may have seen us in the lineup for Vegan Campout indeed. So that's exciting.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Right, we better go do some other stuff because we've still got so much to blink and do around here. But it's great to catch up with you guys. We were glad we couldn't stream on Monday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good to see you. And, yeah, thanks to moderators for keeping us troll free. If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of this wonderful community. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon. If you want to optimize your health, your body shape, your performance, download my free vegan nutrition e-guide, complete overview. If you want to take it like several steps further, we've got our course, our online course, which is 14 videos. All 3 cookbooks are in there. That's how you do a 3, not like that. It's got Speedy Vegan as well, now our new cookbook. Check that out if you want to. See you Monday. See you Monday. Love you lots, guys. Be well. Bye for now.
Have a nice weekend.
Oh yeah, have a good weekend. Bye-bye now.